Hey, welcome back. Part 2 of the Clutter video. It is a bit disrespectful to call it Clutter because they're all fine records, but you couldn't group them into a single video or a narrative. So my voice is a bit hoarse from yesterday. We went to a wedding, but we managed to survive. For you who had a rough evening, I salute you. The two first are straight Discogs purchases that have been on the want list for a long time, semi-long time, and just recently discovered. The first thing is Vastum and Spectral Voice. The 7-inch they did, the split 7-inch, I think about a year ago maybe. I don't know if there's a year on here, but yeah. Two of death metal newer products. This front, this was put out through Dark Descent. Very cool layout with this posted on Dark Descent sticker. Love that. Just blue on the inside. Two tracks on here. Vastum has Gagging on a Gash and Spectral Voice has Kinetic Depths. Yeah, just one of those gems I needed to pick up for the Spectral Voice collection. Comes with a blue insert. There's also a black variant of this one. This is the blue. Cool looking artwork. And then the 7-inch is just housed in a white single pocket and has this nice translucent blue color. Both Spectral Voice is more on the Dead Doom trip, or whatever you would call Spectral Voices. More straight death metal, but yeah, also a weird beast in the scene. The singer is a bit unhinged in his live performances, and it kind of shines through. So yeah, finally picked this one up, and the blue version for, yeah, cheap. I have noticed that Discogs is beginning to, not everywhere, but sometimes go down a bit in price, so it's affordable to get some stuff. Infernal Coil, Within a World Forgotten, a fucked up death metal record that I got some time ago. I think about a month now. I discovered this because I just got around to get a Spotify account, and one of the first things I heard on there was this record. And this is from a while ago. I'm not sure about the year, but it has to be 2 years old or something like that, maybe a year old. This was out to Profound Lore. Yeah, and I fell in love with it. It is such an unhinged sound that they have. The intensity is maybe the only thing I heard in a live setting was Dragging to Sunlight. That unrelenting pummeling. It's death metal. It has black metal parts in there, but it's always on the death metal side. But it goes so fast and so obliterating that it's bordering on grindcore, or grind. Not per se core, but yeah, it is a very good record in my opinion. Multiple vocal styles crisscrossing to each other. Yeah, I love it. I fell in love with it on the digital listen, and then I decided to get the record. Comes with a poster, lyric sheet. I have no idea what it's about, but they're from Boise, Idaho. It's kind of all woody, but it also feels kind of serial killery. I don't know why. The end of the records, it ends with a woman crying in the back. Weird. Yeah, the pressing is the blue, gold, white splatter. I don't know how or if that will show up, but it's a gorgeous, it just looks black in the blue, but it's actually, yeah, yellow, gold, white splatter. This is one I have never seen. There is a splatter on the center label. I don't know how that happens, but yeah. A first for everything. So yeah, black, death, grinds, fucked up shit. But yeah, nonetheless a very good record, or because of all those things, a very good record. Check it out. Like I said, on Profound Lore, Infernal Coil. Where to put the records here? We are listening to, if I haven't told you, Python with Astrological Warfare on Ajna Offensive. That came out this year. Picked it up through New Era, or from New Era. Then, those were Discogs pickups. This is from a show I went to in Brussels, the Darvaza Mistering Cult of something else. I forgot what bands played. It's been some time. But it was one of the ATLC 1000 Lost Civilizations show in the new place in Brussels, not in Magasin 4, but Atelier 210 or something like that. I forget. They made this bin for the festival they did a few, or after a festival, I'm not sure, but it's quite a cool thing. A big one. I met up with my buddy David, and he gave me his 2 records. His band is called Soul Dissolution with Stardust, and I picked this up at the Tomb Hall show, and it reminded me of them, and lo and behold, it's the label that is bringing out or putting out their records. It's called IridiumFlame.com with the Aurora Borealis. Now the team runs through all of their records, or all of the artwork. I talked about these guys when I got the tape and when I got the CD. Yeah, it's post-rock, black metal. I still have a rough time describing it, but I hear post-rock influences into melodic death metal. There is melodies in here, there is beautiful music in here, not just straight filth and black metal. It's like you hear the Aurora Borealis. This is their last one, Nowhere. A bit toned down, maybe a bit more misty than the Aurora Borealis landscapes, but yeah. It comes with a giant, semi-giant fold-out poster. There we go. Archaeron, Jabberwock and Celestial are the 3 people behind this. Lyrics, I think. Yep, lyrics in the bottom. And credits. And these are, yeah, the label Iridium Flame, once again. Puts out quality products and nice looking records. This is a green, blue, black marble. When I hold it towards the light, it's a cool marble. It's kind of a Malmström looking record. Yeah, I don't know what else to say, except thank you very much to David for these records. He always supplies me with some great stuff, and I love the band and I love him, so it all adds up. This is Nowhere from Soul Dissolution, their previous records. This is the one I am not familiar with, that I have to familiarize myself with. I know this one, and it's called Stardust. This was from a while ago, not a while ago, but I think maybe 2 years, I'm not sure. Very nice pocket sleeve, very glossy, with a cool starburst sky. Very nice picture. Back. This also comes with a poster lyric booklet. It's very nicely done. While some domestic disturbance goes on in the back. I'm sorry. And this is a very nice pressing of this vinyl. I'm not sure about limitations, but this is the teal or whatever that color is. Blue, green, black splatter, starburst. That fits the aesthetic perfectly. So yeah, 2 very nice looking records that I got from my man. His name is Acharantis on Instagram. If you want to follow him, I'll link if I remember, and I will his stuff. He shows a lot of black metal tapes, vinyl, and some of his stuff. He had some distro stuff for sale, very cheap, so I picked up this one, and I have to look. It's called Silun Viholingen with Ruhon Kantaya, or something like that. Finnish, it's on Darker Than Black. I purely picked it up because I saw the cover come true so many times. I don't know who is in this band, I don't know who's behind this band. I just, yeah, it was cheap and I knew the cover, I saw the cover so many times. So I just took a chance on it. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't had the time to play, so it's just a random pickup. The back maybe, all Finnish titles. I'm not even going to try to pronounce some of them. The Anti-Islam Front from Finland, so there's that. At least they're attacking religion. There we go. A very nice pressing of this one, that's for sure. Darker Than Black, don't fuck around. Yeah, I don't know. Just one of those records that caught my eye, so I decided to grab it. I'll put this on next and maybe spin it in the next video so you can hear. Put this aside. There we go. Then the last record from him, or from that batch, was this one, and this is the Cosmic Church and Keres split or collaboration, I'm not sure, because all information on this record convinces me that it's not a split but a collab. This was put out earlier this year or maybe late last year on Final Agony. Not much info on the sleeve. It has this drawing or this sort of artwork that Keres does a lot on their other records. It's more, it's a bit more Keres dominated than it is Cosmic Church dominated, but it's called Lucifer Returns to Heaven, as you can see here. Yeah, it is it's a good record, but with two entities like that, it is not surprising. This was in the batch that also held the Cenotop and what else? I think Circle of Ouroboros, maybe. So he had it for a while for me. There we go. Yeah, just another great piece, because Keres records you don't come by too often, so it's good to have something by them. I have Book of Secrets, I think, but I'm not sure. And then Cosmic Church, yeah. Always good to grab some more Cosmic Church. David, thanks again. And we'll settle up soon. Then, speaking about Keres, Ice Vapor and Crooked Arrows, their new full-length came out this year through Territory Possessions, distributed by Vans. Yeah, just a new album. Keres is a Finnish band that is kind of elusive record-wise, because there are not that many pressed, or maybe people just don't sell them because they are especially good. I had to hustle to pick this one up because I thought, yeah, it will be pressed enough. The red one was already sold out, but I just wanted the black one. And I got this through Amor Fati, I think. It started to sell out everywhere, so it's weird to see them pop up on Territory Possessions all of a sudden, but it's a good fix. So another Twilight of the Idols flyer, which was cancelled, people told me. There was a small booklet, and unfortunately it was in the sleeve while shipping, so it decimated the edges a bit, but nothing too bad. It has Keres artwork, Finnish black metal, stuff like that. But yeah, very nice, put out through Territory, so you know it's nicely done. This is a heavy pressing, a very nice copy, or a very nice pressing of this record. Yeah, check these guys out. If you check out any of the bands in this video, I think this one will do you a lot of good for a Sunday. So that's Curious. Two more, I think. Yes. Staying in the territory lane, this is Thx D with their record, and this was a few batches ago that this came out, but my gaze kind of averted from territory for a while because of no particular reason, just, you know. This is the 180 grams black vinyl, and I got this through New Era Productions. They still had it. You could say it's an EP, but it is a full length. It has 3 tracks, but it clocks in about, I think, 30 to 40 minutes. So very nicely with the spot clause here and there in the title in the corners. Yeah, this caught my, I don't know how all of a sudden this caught my eye or my ear, but very heavy sounds, especially the Beast and Soil. That they're all good tracks, but Beast and Soil is my favorite of this record. I forgot where they're from. Not sure if they're a Norwegian band. I knew it, but I forgot. There we go. Very nicely done. Comes with a lot of goodies, of course. It is that as well. There you go. Black metal, but hypnotic black metal, repetitive, not ritual, but, you know, just a good record. Just 3 good songs. Comes with a bunch of illustrations. Also spot clause in the booklet, which kind of makes it, I don't know, kind of a bit wonky. I don't think the paper is very well suited for the for that style of printing, but nonetheless, 2 swords, 1 sword, A side, B side, and like I said, yeah, a very good record. I don't think they play too much live shows. I haven't seen anything or anywhere, but yeah, I would love to see this live because I think if they can translate the power, especially that second track has to the stage, yeah, that would be something to behold. But yeah, I think they played the last Norwegian festival that Thx did, Beyond the Gates or something like that, I'm not sure. Thx D. And then one more, kind of a wild card. I have one more thing. I opted to, when I did the last video on Ongfell, I put in some links to buy the records, and I saw they had this nice box. I first thought it was a tape, but it is actually the logo pin for Ongfell, which is on the jacket, of course. Then the last thing from, this was in the order with Thx D, and then the Blood Tyrant tape that I showed, I guess. Like I said, it has been over a month. This is Sweatin with A Night Created by the Shadows and the Resurrection of Unspoken Rituals. Yeah, once again, a Scandinavian, I think Swedish band, death metal of course. That this is their demo that is finally put on vinyl, and this is from '95. So it took a while to translate the tape to vinyl, but here it is. So yeah, it's A Night Created by the Shadows demo, which has 5 tracks on here, and then the other are just tracks that have never been released and were just put on this record to have a more comprehensive or a total package. Put out through Nomad Snakepit Productions in 2019, limited to 300 on the bottom there. And I love how this record looks. This one caught my eye immediately, and it turned out it was Eric Danielson from Sweatin who did the layout or the artwork for it. Orenias and Surt on drum, bass and vocals, and guitar bass. There you go. Looks insanely good. Sounds insanely good for a demo from '95. Recorded March '95 with a portable home studio in the rehearsal room. Intro created and performed by Orenias. Artwork by Eric Danielson. Remastered for vinyl by Venus and Clintworth. But yeah, I saw this pop up on New Era, and I put it in the cart immediately because I knew it was going to sell out. I think the label already sold out through their copies, so glad to obtain it. Central labels are the two main men behind the band. So that's the last one for this batch. That will round out the Clutter once more. Very denigrating term. But yeah, just to get back on track. Sweatin. The record's done, so I'm done. Do I have to thank someone? Yeah, maybe Wyatt once more for the shout out. David, of course, and then the new subs. I thanked you already. So that's it. I'm going to lay down and die, and I'll see you. Yeah, I think pretty soon, because I have a Iron Bonet package or a Unearthing Darkness package that I can talk a mile about. So that will be in the books for next. Guys, thank you very much. See you soon. Bye.